Hey guys, it's Steve with Futures and Charts, and today is Wednesday, February 4th. And the market is sort of tried to recover a bit yesterday from the big drop off in crude oil and diesel, and and some other commodities too. After silver and gold fell pretty big, they've all kind of rebounded. So it bounced yesterday, and today it opened a little bit higher, but it's just it's kind of flat today. So um, maybe just the market's trying to absorb what happened over the last few days. So, and there is still some stuff going on. Obviously, as you probably have watched the news, the U.S. has shot down an Iranian drone that was trying to do surveillance on their positions in the ocean. And so that, and then there's just been some explosions inside of Iran that apparently were saying it was a gas leak or something like that, but there's more of them happening, I guess more today even. So not sure what's going on there, but I just kind of wonder if, if this thing escalates, it could get kind of ugly in the crude and diesel market. So I'm hoping things settle down and the Iranians, some people are saying their regime is, I don't know, wants to go out with a bang, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. So they may do something stupid, but I'm hoping calmer heads prevail. So anyway, let's go have a look at the charts and see what they're telling us. Okay, so as you can see, we are up about 34 cents on crude and up almost 9/10 on diesel for March. And so it's up a little bit today. And the chart looks like this. In my opinion, this looks like we could be forming a pretty decent cup with a handle. You know, if this thing continues to trade in an angle like this, and then starts curving back up to break through this this high right here, that would tell me that this could go quite a bit higher. So it looks like a pretty classic. We're just starting into that handle. We had a pretty big drop here, but all we got to do is just kind of trade in an angle like this. See, a handle can either be straight or usually they kind of trade down a little bit, and that could be what we're in the beginning of forming now. I mean, we could go all the way back up to here and then trade like this. So before it would start curving back up to go up. So it just looks to me like that's definitely a possibility. Let's see what the crude oil market looks like. Kind of the same thing. You could draw your cup formation here and then your handle is starting to form. So as much as we want lower fuel prices, going into the summer, it's possible if things get kind of out of hand with Iran that may not happen. So just something to keep an eye on. Make sure I searched the news this morning on the business channel to see if there was any headlines with Iran, and there was none. So you would think there would be some kind of concern over this, but I didn't see any. The White House press secretary did talk about the drone being shot down yesterday, but everything else is kind of hush hush, I guess, because they don't want to show their hand, I guess. But if you have sources, I would pay really close attention to that, because that would be an indication that this is going to go much higher. So whether it's temporary or whatever, it just may happen at the wrong time when you're actually needing the fuel. So anyway, that's just my opinion, but I'm just keep on the lookout for that stuff over there in Iran, because that's going to be pretty important, and it also might even depend on how China and Russia react to that. So I don't know if you guys really care about this, but with the Venezuela thing, we're obviously trying to control the oil market in this hemisphere, and if we are able to do some things with the oil in the Middle East as well, and restrict that going to China, it could put the squeeze on them where they would actually do something about it, and that would be kind of scary. So it's just a thought that's been rolling around in my head, and maybe it has in yours too, that if this whole thing with the oil just could be about control, and obviously that's been done before, and it may not have good consequences. So anyway, that's my thoughts. You can let me know in the comments if you think I'm full of hot air or what. So anyway, all right, guys, that's what I got for you in this one. Have a good one. Thanks for watching Futures and Charts.